How would you describe the people in your native town? Are they friendly and welcoming?
The people in my native town are very friendly and welcoming and to both locals and visitors. And they are open-minded and to the best of my knowledge, they are really good persons and it's great to associate with them. And they want to help if the other person is in trouble. Yeah.
Have you ever borrowed books from a library? What was your experience like?
No, I've never borrowed from a library. Because our countryside doesn't have a library, so in my opinions, our countryside should have a library. When I was in school, our schools has a library, but I had never borrowed from a library. So I have never borrowed from a library until now. Yeah.
What is your favorite sport and how often do you play it?
Football is my favorite sport, and I can play football, volleyball, and tennis. But football is my favorite sport, and I like it since I was young. And I don't often play it because, as you know, this season is rainy season, and I live in a countryside, and our countryside doesn't have a place to play football in our countryside, and to play football. Yeah.
What is the most memorable souvenir you've bought back from a holiday?
The small memorable souvenir was a portrait from a game, and I bought that when I was 8 years old. At the time, I have never bought like that, so I bought the trend. That portrait is the most memorable souvenirs I have bought back from the holiday. Yeah.
Do you think it's important to teach children about money management? Why?
Yes, I think it's important. It's important to teach children about money management because money is one of the most important things in life. By teaching them, they will develop good financial habits from a young age, and when they grow up, they were able to use money to useful for their lives. In this way, I think it's important to teach children about money management.
How do you feel about borrowing money from friends or family?
I feel a bit uncomfortable, but if it's necessary, I want to do it and make sure to repay it as soon as possible. And then, next times if they need money, I'm ready to lend them money. But I have never borrowed from my family because they only gives me pocket money. But sometimes I borrow from my friends. Yeah.
If you could thank one of your past teacher, who would it be and what would you say?
I would thank my English teacher because when I was in schools, I was afraid of English, and she taught me not to be afraid of English. And at the times, I didn't understand how to write English essay, and she taught me how to write it. So I would thank my English first. I would thank my English teachers for instilling a love for literature in me and helping me improve my writing skills.
Have you ever had a teacher who made a subject you disliked more enjoyable? How did they do it?
No, I have never had a teacher who made a subject I dislike more enjoyable because I didn't have a subject I dislike. Whenever the teachers taught various lessons, I carefully watch lessons and learns. So I have never had a teacher who made a subject I dislike more enjoyable.
What qualities do you think make a good teacher?
A good teacher should be patient, knowledgeable, and able to communicate effectively with their students, and should be able to point out good and bad things to students. And I think to make a good teacher, I should be able to make the students' education as high as possible. I think this quality I really need to make a good teacher.
Do you prefer tea or coffee? Why do you like that particular drink?
I prefer tea because it's one of my favorite drinks. And there are many times and favors. When it comes to health, tea is a suitable drink for everyone because drinking tea doesn't harm our health. So I prefer tea.
Why are you learning English? Is it for work, travel, or another reasons?
I'm learning English to improve my communication skills, and I think learning English will be the best time to improve my life. And as you know, English is an international language today, so I'm learning English.
Have you seen any improvements in your English skill since starting the lessons?
Yes, I have seen some improvement in my English skills since start the lesson. And because when I did start the lessons, my English was very poor. And at the time I didn't understand even if someone asked me how I use, but now I understand English more than in the first.